Hello everyone, my name is Jason. I'm a channeler and a musician. Today I'd like to talk a very little bit about A Course in Miracles, and I'd like to channel. So I'm on lesson 35, but these past 2 days I've been doing my taxes, and then I've been talking to some travel agencies, and so they were, lesson 33 and 34 were very apt for those situations. 33 is there's another way of looking at the world, and 34 is I could see peace instead of this. So I woke up 2 days ago in the morning and I thought, oh my God, I gotta do my taxes and there's not much time left and I don't know what I'm doing. And I, woke up, as soon as I woke up, my heart was palpitating. I was beating really quickly and I thought, oh my goodness, what am I gonna do? And then I realized, I could see peace instead of this. This is a wonderful opportunity to practice this lesson, rather than worrying. Why not just let it be what it needs to be? This situation was created by me so that I can experience it, and so that I can try to find a way to overcome it, and to see peace inside of it, and which really helped. And then everything went very, very smoothly. And then the other thing was I was, on hold with this travel agency for a very long time. And then once I got on, once I was able to talk to a customer representative, they said, oh, you don't need to talk to us, you need to talk to this other place. And so they transferred me to this other place, and then I had to wait a long time. I'm sure a lot of people know this situation. And so in that situation, you feel really small and you feel really insignificant, and it's very stressful, and you're pretty much at the whim of them. They are control, in a sense. You feel like they're controlling this situation. And so I decided, while I was being put on hold, I could see peace instead of this. So instead of this feeling insignificant, feeling unworthy, and feeling small, I thought, why don't I just send love into this phone line? And so I just started sending lots of love and light, and into the phone, into this customer representative, into the room that they were all working in. You could hear the people in the backgrounds. I think it was in India, and so you could hear everyone there's just so much going on in the room. So I just sent love to that room, and to the customer representative that was helping me out. And it went really, really well. And then it went well for me too. Just like I did not feel that negative feeling anymore. And I thought, you could use this. You can be on hold, and you could be a light worker at the same time. You can send light through the phone. So that's my my spiel about that. And then the other thing I just want to share is something that I had heard before with Tina Spalding's channeling on the Course in Miracles. And I just was reading through the Manual for Teachers, and I found the chapter, and I'd like to just share this with you. And this is called, What is the Role of Words in Healing? And the answer is, strictly speaking, words play no part at all in healing. The motivating factor is prayer, or asking. What you ask for, you receive. But this refers to the prayer of the heart, not to the words you use in praying. Sometimes the words and the prayer are contradictory. Sometimes they agree. It does not matter. God does not understand words, for they were made by separated minds to keep them in the illusion of separation. Words can be helpful, particularly for the beginner, in helping concentration and facilitating the exclusion, or at least the control, of extraneous thoughts. Let us not forget, however, that words are but symbols of symbols. They are thus twice removed from reality. So I thought that was a great, words are symbols for symbols, and they are twice removed from reality. And I suggest, or I recommend, if you're interested, please read this. This is very interesting. Okay, so I'll just read that part. I finished that part. So now I'd like to channel, and I don't have any specific things to ask. The past few days I've been in tax world and in customer service world. So I feel distant from that world, but let's see who comes through. We are Tiamat, and we are here. And we are here to bring you a message of love and of peace, because that is the only message there is and will ever be. We have been seeing this being for the past 2 days and seeing him rise and again fall in his frequency and experiencing this self-created roller coaster. Now, he uses words like taxes or words like customer support. And these words have very, very specific meanings to all of you. They are trigger words. They are very much trigger words, and they're there to help you. They're there to help you to overcome all of the things that you need to overcome. They're there to show you yourself and to show you the meaning that you attach to certain words that are just words. It's just a set of letters put together and a pronunciation that could be pronounced in many, many different ways. And that's all they are. They're just words. And for you to react to a word and to see a word and have it create this internal combustion inside of you is something that we would suggest for all of you to take a look at. A word has no meaning. A word cannot do that to you. A word does not have power. It only has power, the power that you put into it. You are creating that situation. Every time you hear the word, for example, tax, it brings up all of these different images and all of these different ideas. And those are your ideas. Maybe you didn't think that you were creating those ideas, but the society has been creating those ideas for you, and you have accepted them. And so when you hear that word, it creates that anxiety and that sense of stress. But it's just a word, and it doesn't exist. And the more energy you put into it, the more powerful it gets. So the taxes, the idea of taxes has become such a powerful entity, you might say, an idol that you worship. Maybe you don't like it, but you worship it because you send so much energy to it. And it gets powerful, more and more and more powerful. And then the tax itself wants to take more and more money from you. And then it creates these we might say, systems where certain leaders might feel like kings and feel like they can take whatever they want. They are above the people that are paying the taxes. And this is all created by you. You are creating this. Now, maybe you didn't think that you were creating this, but you are. And once you stop believing in the taxes as they are and just seeing them as a word, and find a way to send peace to it, then the power of this idol will decrease over time, maybe, depending on how fast, how quickly you are able to see these things, and as a collective. But over time, they will just become smaller and smaller and smaller and turn to dust. And there will be no need for it because you don't believe in it anymore. So these words are very, very powerful, just as powerful as the images. We are writing a book with this being, and we are talking about lessons of images and how they are triggered they are created, we might say, to trigger you into feeling a certain way and giving energy to certain images. And you have been trained since you're very, very young through movies and through everything that you see, through advertisements. And these advertisements, they put you in a trance, just like the word tax does. The tax puts you in a trance, and then you go unconscious, and then you are controllable. And this is something that we would like to say, that we would love if you start to take back your control over yourself and over your emotions, because you're such powerful and wonderful and amazing creatures that are able to create worlds. But you are being controlled, we might say, by words and images. And you are so much more powerful than that. Now, of course, this is your choice. You can choose to do what you would like. And if you prefer to stay under the feeling of the taxes, if you like that world, then there's no place for us to say anything. But if you would like to escape that world of the taxes, of these images, and of going unconscious and not knowing why, and feeling sad and not knowing why, but just feeling sad, and it just it's like an avalanche. It just keeps going and going and going and going, and the snowball gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. If you want to escape this, then we would suggest that is the way, taking back your power from the words and from the images, and knowing that the words and the images have no power over you. You are so much more powerful. Create your own images, create your own words. You have that power. All right, so Tiamat on Texas. Ciao.